She shares your misfortunes like Sita. She prospers you like Lakshmi. She enlightens you like Saraswati. She demolishes your fears like Kali. She loves you like Gauri. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel and happy Navratri to all of you. Well, for the next 9 days, the whole world is going to celebrate the power of womanhood because every ordinary woman is extraordinary. So guys, from today onwards, I'll be starting with a new video series. We'll be talking about Amatyakaraka. Yes, a lot of people, a lot of subscribers have requested to make a video on Amatyakaraka. You all really want to understand what is Amatyakaraka and how does a particular planet acts when it is the Amatyakaraka in your horoscope. So let's not waste time and let's begin with our video. So in today's video, we will be discussing about the role of the Amatyakaraka. What does it signifies and how can you calculate the Amatyakaraka in your horoscope? How to find out which planet is the Amatyakaraka? It's a very tricky process. I'll tell you why. And after this video, in the subsequent videos, we will be taking each and every planet separately. We'll be talking about each and every planet. What if this particular planet is your Atmakaraka, and then what does it signifies? So this video series will be very interesting. Make sure you stay tuned to my channel. So before we start discussing about what's the role of the Amatyakaraka, make sure you have watched my Atmakaraka series. Well, Atmakaraka is a planet which holds the highest degree in your horoscope. It's your soul planet. It just defines your desires, your challenges in this life. Okay, it is a planet which signifies what you want in this life. So it's very necessary that before the Amatyakaraka, you should know which planet is your Atmakaraka and what does it signify. So make sure you watch that series. I'll definitely put the link of that videos in the description box. So overall, there are 7 Charakarakas in Gemini astrology. What do you mean by the Charakarakas? Charakaraka means the variable Karakas. Now why they are called as the variable Karakas? Because the longitude, that is the degree of the planets, the 7 planets from Sun to Saturn, not Rahu Ketu. From Saturn to Sun, the degrees of or the longitude of these planets decide that the planet will be Atmakaraka, Amatyakaraka, Bhratrukaraka, Matrukaraka, Gnatikaraka or the Darakaraka. So we have total 7 Karakas. So Atmakaraka is the highest degree planet, then Amatyakaraka is the planet which holds the second highest degrees. If Atmakaraka is a planet which signifies your soul, your desires, whatever you want in this life, the purpose of your life, it is the Atmakaraka which defines what you want, where you want to go, what's your purpose. But Atmakaraka is incomplete without the Amatyakaraka, and so the Amatyakaraka is incomplete without the Atmakaraka. So Atmakaraka, Amatyakaraka, these two planets go hand in hand. They work together in order to determine your purpose. Because Atmakaraka is your purpose, then Amatyakaraka is the one which will take you to your destination. It is a planet which will teach you how to reach your purpose. It's a planet who will teach you, who will advise you, it will guide you how to reach your destination, how to attain your desires. So, both of these planets need to be analyzed in the horoscope. Amatyakaraka alone can never tell you. It can never tell you about your purpose. It's always these two planets together which define you. Okay? Now, whenever someone asks me that how can I analyze the purpose of my life? What is my destiny? Why am I on this planet Earth? Well, my answer is very simple. Forget about astrology. Forget about the planets. Just close your eyes. Imagine yourself at your favorite place, whether it's an ocean, a river, mountain, any place which you really like. Close your eyes, meditate, and imagine yourself being there at your favorite place. And just observe yourself. What are you doing? Imagine that you are at your favorite place, you're happy, you're satisfied, and just observe yourself. What are you doing? What are you wearing? Are you holding anything in your hand? So observe your activity, okay? And that can help you a lot in understanding the purpose of your life. Always remember that the purpose of life is not to become an engineer or a doctor or a politician. The purpose of life is to experience the life. The purpose of life is to find or to reach at that state of mind where you feel satisfied and happy. That is the purpose of life. So I'll tell you my story. When I closed my eyes and I started meditating, I imagined myself standing near a very beautiful waterfall. And I was wearing those red color clothes, which usually the Buddhist monks wear those red clothes. And I'm holding a sword, and I'm actually doing the war practice, and I'm practicing with that sword. So the clothes determine a Buddhist monk, So those clothes represents peace. But that war practice is something which is opposite to those clothes. And I thought that, yes, this is something I always think about. I'm a very peace-loving person. I really want the world to be happy. But you cannot achieve the state of calmness, peace, and happiness just like that. You have to work a lot. You have to be a warrior. Because remember, the world around you won't let you. It won't let you be happy. They will always disturb you. They will put you under the bus, okay? Just go and die. They will play with your mind. They will play with your courage. So you have to be the warrior. And yeah, I really need this, I really want to be fearless. I want to be like a warrior. And that is the purpose of my life. So the day I'll be fearless and courageous, that is the purpose of my life. I'll reach my destiny point. That is the state of mind where I'll be happy. Because whenever I'll be fearless, I'll be the happiest person on this earth. So please do this activities. Do let me know where were you and what you were doing, how this thing really connects with your desires and your dreams. Do let me know in the comment section. So let's get back to the Amatyakaraka concept. The Amatyakaraka is a planet which literally tells you, hey, you have to act like this, you have to work like this in order to achieve your goals. It signifies your actions. It's a planet which signifies your career, your profession. Not just the type of profession or career, but also the success you will get through your profession, through your work. And in order to see how this planet is going to work, it's very necessary that you should see the house placement, the sign placement, whether this planet is associated with some other planet, like if it's in conjunction with some other planet or any other planet is aspecting your Amatyakaraka. All these things decides how your Amatyakaraka is going to work. There are so many people who always comment on my videos. Whatever you are saying, we can't relate to it. We have the same placement, but nothing happens to us the way you are telling. It's because every planet, will act differently for different people. The sign placement, the house placement, any kind of aspect on it, or this planet is associated with some other planet, all these things needs to be considered, and then only we can come to an conclusion. That is why sometimes whatever I say over here, you cannot relate to it. And one more thing, we're talking about the Charakarakas, the variable karakas. So please don't mix this concept with the concept of Sthira-karakas. Now let's take an example to really understand the role of Amatyakaraka. So we'll be going back in the history to understand this. We all know about one of the most greatest king known as the Chandragupta Maurya. Well, Chandragupta Maurya belonged to a very poor family, and since he was a child, he always wanted to become a king. He had the desire to help out the needy people. He wanted to overthrow the corrupt kings of the Nanda dynasty. So that is his soul calling. He wanted to be a king. He wanted to help people. But the only desire never helps. You have to work. You get in the action to reach to your destiny, to reach to your purpose. So one day when Chandragupta Maurya was playing with his friend, he was acting like a king, and they were just playing with each other. He was pretending to be a king, and just during that, a person known as Chanakya noticed him, and he was so impressed by Chandragupta Maurya that this man guided him and trained him to how to be a king. So because of Chanakya's teaching and guidance, Chandragupta Maurya became the king. Chanakya advised him that how to overthrow those corrupt kings of the Nanda dynasty. So over here, if Chandragupta Maurya represents the Atmakaraka, then the Chanakya represents the Amatyakaraka. The Amatyakaraka told the Atmakaraka how to get your things and how to act. Now the question is how to determine the Amatyakaraka. Which planet in your horoscope is the Amatyakaraka? Very simple. The planet with the second highest degrees is your Amatyakaraka. How simple is that, right? But the question is, Can we consider Rahu and Ketu as Amatyakaraka? Well, the very ideal answer to this question is no, of course not. But the twist is we can consider Rahu as the Amatyakaraka. According to the classical texts, Rahu can be considered as the Amatyakaraka, but it can never ever be considered as the Atmakaraka. Though I'm always very skeptical about Rahu, whether Rahu should be considered as Atmakaraka or not, because there are a lot of people who just oppose this concept, okay? But according to the classical texts, Rahu can be considered for the other Karakas but not the Atma Karakas. But how to really analyze this thing? So, if there are two planets, at least two planets in your horoscope which holds the same degrees, then you can count Rahu also. Remember, okay? If there are two planets at the same degrees, then you have to count Rahu. You're already considering Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. But if there are two planets at same degree, you have to take Rahu in the consideration. Now, once you take Rahu in the consideration, you have to subtract the degree of Rahu from 30 degrees. So 30 degrees minus the degrees of Rahu, that is the degree you will be considering. Now look at the degrees of these 8 planets. And now if Rahu holds the second highest degree, Rahu is your Amatyakaraka. Now ideally Rahu should also be the Amatyakaraka, because you are surrounded by, you all must be having at least one person in your life who is very smart. This person will take half of the time to complete his or her tasks. Very smart people, they know how to get things done. And I always wonder that Rahu could be their Amatyakaraka. So yes, Rahu can be considered, because Amatyakaraka is a planet of actions, and yes, Rahu can be associated with someone's actions. Let's take an example, you'll understand much better. To really understand how to calculate your Amatyakaraka, you have to analyze the planetary degrees. Over here, we'll be talking about Indian Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi's horoscope. I always used to wonder, how can he have Venus as a Amatyakaraka? The kind of social and political influence he have all across the world makes me wonder, is Rahu responsible for all this? Let's have a look at the planetary degrees. So over here, there are 3 planets at same degree. Sun, Mars and Mercury. All 3 planets are at 0 degree. Yes, the minutes are okay, there are difference in the minutes over here, but the degrees are same, that is the 0 degree. Now we have to consider Rahu, and we have to consider in total 8 planets. Now subtract the Rahu's degree from 30, so you'll get around 25 degree. Now Saturn holds the highest degree at 29 degree 39 minutes, and Rahu becomes the Amatyakaraka and Saturn is the Atmakaraka. Mr. Modi has a very unique quality which is not common to everyone, and that is understanding the mass psychology. He's also a very brilliant and smart speaker, and all this credit goes to Rahu as Amatyakaraka. So guys, this is how you're going to analyze which planet is your Amatyakaraka, and I hope now you're very well aware of what is the role of Amatyakaraka. Now in subsequent videos, we'll be taking each and every planet separately. how this planet can signify your profession, your actions as a Amatyakaraka. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure to stay tuned to my channel. And if you really like this video, do put a thumbs up and stay connected.